Hi everybody, my name is Lindsey Mayr, and I want to tell you about a class action lawsuit that's happening in Canada right now. It's an important legal action, and it's a nationwide class action lawsuit that's been filed in Ontario Superior Court of Justice against Allergan and related parties. This lawsuit claims that Allergan knew or should have known that their textured breast implants, specifically the biocell models, were linked to serious health risks. These health risks include breast implant illness, which covers a wide range of symptoms like autoimmune disorders, joint pain, muscle pain, neurological problems, brain fog, and other cognitive issues. And most alarmingly, these implants have been associated with a cancer. I think 29 women have died across Canada so far from breast implant related cancer. It's called breast implant associated anaplastic large cell lymphoma, BIAALCL. And despite the growing evidence, the lawsuit claims that Allergan failed to properly warn Canadian women about these risks, even after Health Canada suspended Allergan's license in 2019 due to safety concerns. The company has not issued a full recall in Canada yet, leaving thousands of women at risk, uninformed and without support. This legal action aims to hold Allergan accountable for the harm caused to women across Canada. And I know some of you are American, and I know some of you have them in you as well. I want you to know right now there are lawsuits, and they will be held accountable. If you know someone, and I'm sure you do, share this with them. Share this because they could be suffering and dying slowly in silence, which is the worst part. The implants were between May 31st, 1999 and May 29th, 2019. If you had them then, you could be in a class action. I encourage you to stay informed and seek legal advice, which I have and I can share with you. I am a part of this class action lawsuit. I had the textured implants in for 9 years. 9 years of hell. What many women don't realize is that these implants have been linked to hormonal disruption, thyroid issues, calcium imbalances, parathyroid dysfunction, and death. I lived that nightmare, and my health completely fell apart. They also, when I had my parathyroid removed, because they don't know why at the time, I know why. It was because of the breast implants. There was calcium floating around in my blood. My bones were burning. I felt like I was dying. And they found my fallopian tubes had filled with some unnatural fluid my body was fighting. They removed those too. What makes me the most angry is the surgeon who sold them to me. He knew that there was problems with them later on. Not when he put them in, obviously, but it was all over the news and people were getting sick, and he did not reach out to me and tell me, your breast implants might be associated with cancer. You might be sick. Are you sick? Is there anything wrong? Are you okay? Nothing. He took $20,000 from me and then didn't even bother. And when I reached out to him, he said, he couldn't get a hold of me. Meanwhile, we're friends on Instagram and social media. You can't not get a hold of somebody anymore. Everything is out there. And then my GP, my own GP, told me, don't take them out. You will be depressed without having your breasts, your large breasts anymore. He said I'd be mutilated. I kept them in for another year because of him. And at that time, he also knew that they were causing problems. He never asked, do you know what kind you have? Because there's a specific kind that actually are very, very dangerous. Nope, not a peep. That extra year I kept them in cost me my health, my peace of mind, and my trust in the medical system. I fired him, and there wasn't even any extra doctors around, but this man shouldn't be in charge of my health. But not before I suffered in silence again. Lying by omission seems to be the norm in the medical industry. Did you notice that? Medical devices, prescriptions, pills, so many pills were thrown at me because it must be depression, right? It has to be. I'm a woman. I'm a woman. It must be depression. It couldn't be anything else. When I received this email this morning that the class action was officially going to trial, I completely broke down when I read it. I was crying and bawling, and I just couldn't believe this was happening. I had them put in when I was 2013. So all that time has passed, and it's still inside of me. It's still deep inside of me, the pain that I went through, the silence, no support. It was awful. The pain never really left me inside. But you know what did? Was the symptoms of the toxic implants. The physical symptoms left. They left me. And Allergan, they had the nerve to offer me free breast implant replacements. Instead of paying for safe removal, they said no, but we'll give you some new ones. Shame on them. And that's why I speak up today. I educate women now, and I hold monthly workshops, helping them deal with trauma and pain that they're hanging on to, and the damage and the betrayal and the anger which is in them, and help them, gently support them, and detox. And I'm still wondering, why are women treated this way? Are we really seen as nothing more than objects? I'm here to say we deserve better. We are more than this. We're more than just our breasts, okay? I recently spoke in Paris on the dangers of breast implants, and I will keep speaking until every woman out there knows the truth. I want you to share this. Share this, because there's women out there that you may not know, but they have breast implants in them, and they might be so sick and not know why. My Facebook community is called Explant Surgery and BII Wellness Community. And this is a safe place for women that are suffering or recovering and still suffering in silence, going through the pain all by themselves. I made it my mission to help women and to be their voice when they can't speak up for themselves. Thank you.